The species to which present-day people belong has a long history of evolution. The emergence of this particular species occurred because the environment allowed certain living things to develop. In the early 19th century, Jean-Baptiste Lamarck proposed his theory of the transmutation of species, which was the first fully formed theory of evolution. After that, Charles Darwin, along with Alfred Russel Wallace, proposed the theory of evolution by natural selection in his book On the Origin of Species in 1859. This theory is based on the idea that all the species are related and gradually change over time, and evolution happens by natural selection. Individuals with characteristics best suited to their environment will survive, and given enough time, the species will gradually evolve. Now, to understand how this process of evolution happened, it is necessary to go back to the remote past when the earth was changing fast. When the earth was formed, much of it was covered with swamps and marshes. The climate was mild, the air was moist. Plants began to grow in this swampy and moist land. At first, they were simple seaweeds, mosses, and ferns. Gradually, they grew into huge forests. These forests were often drowned by the seas and buried under mud and sand. More forests grew above them. Animals now appeared for the first time. Some of the fish had grown legs instead of fins and had changed into animals like frogs. Some others grew into huge lizards. These were followed by fierce creatures like reptiles or dinosaurs. The mammals. It was during the time of the reptiles that there appeared a group of animals that we call mammals. The mammals are warm-blooded animals, not cold-blooded like reptiles. Their babies are born from their bodies and not from eggs. Their brains were larger than those of the reptiles. The ape or the ape man. With the emergence of mammals, there emerged a new kind of animal on the earth about 5 million years ago. They had larger brains than the previous mammals. They walked on hands and legs. They are the ape or the tree apes, the common ancestors of gorilla, chimpanzee, and man. With the change of climate, life on the ground resulted in biological changes. The new kind of animals that evolved tried to stand erect on 2 feet. Their body was covered with hair. They looked more like an ape than a man and is sometimes called the ape man. Now let's talk about the primitive man. The English word primitive means first has been derived from a Latin word primus, which also means first. The earliest traces of primitive man all comes from South and East Africa. It was in what is now Tanzania, a place called Olduvai Gorge, that discoveries were made in 1950s. Scholars are of the opinion that the remains found at Olduvai are the best starting point about human origin. In the scientific classification system, the Olduvai specimens belonged to the Australopithecus, meaning Southern African ape. From that, in gradual stages, modern men evolved. Now let's look at the different stages of human evolution. Stage 1 of evolution, Homo habilis. Stage 2 of evolution, Homo erectus. Stage 3 of evolution, Homo sapiens neanderthalensis. And stage 4 of evolution, Homo sapiens sapiens. So what are the differences and characteristics of all the stages of evolution? Let's take a look at the Australopithecus. The Australopithecus lived about 3.8 million years ago. Their skull was like that of an ape. Their brain was as big as that of a gorilla or a chimpanzee. sizing 450 cc. They were short and stocky with ape-like features like long arms, thick wristline. Males were about 1.37 meters tall and females 1.4 meters. According to researchers, they used to eat seeds, grasses, fruits. The Australopithecus lived in a group and inhabited the same place for a long period. The Australopithecus could hardly stand on their feet. In 1974 at Hadar in Ethiopia, the first ever specimen of an Australopithecus skeleton was discovered. The skeleton was 3.2 million years old. The skeleton was of a short structured body, that of a female named Lucy by its finders. Homo habilis, or the clever man. Their specimens were found in East and South Africa, and they are said to have lived 2.6 million years ago. The Homo habilis were physically bigger in size than the Australopithecus. Particularly, the brain of the Homo habilis was bigger, sizing 610 cc. Their faces and teeth were smaller and less protruding than that of Australopithecus. But they still had some ape-like features like long arms and moderately prognathic face. Males had a height of 3 feet 11 inch, while females had a height of 3 feet 3 inch. The Homo habilis used to live in groups in grassland environment. The climate was becoming cooler and drier, and therefore it was becoming important to find new feeding strategies. These included scavenging and use of tools. The Homo habilis were the first to use stone as weapons. Therefore, they were also referred as handy man. Chemical analysis has shown that these species were mainly vegetarian, but did include some meat in their diet. Homo erectus, or the upright man. Traces found in Africa shows that the Homo erectus lived approximately 2 million years ago. Homo erectus was a human of medium structure ranging from 1.8 meter to 1.4 meter height. The Homo erectus walked upright. Therefore, they are also called the upright man. The size of their brain was 1000 cc. Their brain case was low, forehead was receded, and their nose, jaws were wide. Their brain was smaller and teeth larger than modern humans. They had a prominent nose bridge and were able to roam about for a greater distance. The Homo erectus were hunter of small animals and ate wild fruits, wild grass, seeds, etc. They were the first human species that knew how to use and control fire. Homo sapiens neanderthalensis. They are the closest extinct human specimen who lived about 1.3 million years ago. They were much improved than the Homo erectus and lived a family life. They lived mainly in southwestern Europe and Central Asia. Their skeleton remains shows that the males were about 5 feet 5 inch tall and females 5 feet 1 inch. Their skull included a large middle part of the face, angled cheekbones, and a huge nose for humidifying and warming cold, dry air. Their brain weighed 1350 cc. Physically, they were very close to modern men. Their fossils in Germany shows that they had made much progress in the path of civilization. They used skins of animals for clothing and used diverse set of sophisticated tools, controlled fire. They lived in shelters and were skilled hunters of large animals and also ate plants. they could make ornaments using stone and animal teeth. There is evidence that the Neanderthals used to bury their dead and marked their graves with offerings such as flowers. No other early human specimens had ever practiced this sophisticated behavior. The Homo sapiens were therefore also referred as the wise man. And lastly, the Homo sapiens sapiens, or anatomically modern men. The Homo sapiens sapiens are the subspecies that stems from the Homo sapiens. The Homo sapiens sapiens developed around 1.15 million years ago in Africa. Then they migrated to other countries like Asia, America, and Europe. The early Homo sapiens sapiens usually had long limbs and truncated bodies. Their brains made up to 2.2% of their body weight, making it one of the largest brains to body ratio. Their brain size is about 1400 cc. Their use of fire, tools, clothing, and settlement distinctly differentiated from the Homo sapiens. Their diet started containing more meat and cooked food. They used to take animals not only for consumption but also used them for domestication, protection, and for company. So this was the entire history of evolution of men and the various stages involved in the evolution. Hope this video has helped you to learn about human history. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such informative videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.